Let's Talk About a Podcast is sponsored by Real Estate Title, servicing clients all across the state of New Jersey. So today I have a special guest. Her name is Sha'Asia. She is the top agent in the state of New Jersey when it comes to real estate. So,
thank you. Thank
Sha'Asia,
you.
welcome to Let's Talk About It.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I appreciate that you're here. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Good. Enjoying this beautiful day, right?
Yes, it is beautiful production. I love it.
Hey, I'm happy that you came because you're so busy. So at times it's good to get that couple of minutes of your life to come on. Let's talk
for
about
you,
it.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
of course, I got you.
So tell me, Sha'Asia, I know who you are, but let's talk about a community know who you are.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So I am Sha'Asia.
Right.
I am a realtor in New Jersey. I am Brooklyn born, and I've been living in Jersey for a while. I usually don't tell people the years or anything,
Right.
but so I'm just here to be of service to people and just love on my community.
Okay, love on your community. Is it the Caribbean community?
You know, everybody,
Okay,
but my
okay.
Caribbean community have my heart for sure.
Special heart. Okay,
Yes,
there it is.
yes.
So, you know how Caribbeans are. Sometimes we're grounded in what we believe in, right?
Correct.
But at times, you hear New Jersey people telling New Yorkers not to come to New Jersey. What's up with that? Like, let's go into that.
Let's
right?
dive
Let's
deep.
just dive into it. Right? Yeah, let's dive into it.
You know, it's crazy. So, as you see on Instagram, I'm doing the New York meetup because I realized there's a lot of New Yorkers who's come in here to live, purchase properties. And I could understand where the New Jersey people are coming from. The only reason why is because being in Brooklyn, living in Brooklyn, and especially if you travel back, you're like, oh my God, Brooklyn is changing. And they call it transplant now.
Okay.
So like we feel that way too. So of course, with New Jersey people seeing New Yorkers come here and property is getting higher and they're blaming it on us, basically. It
can be the same thing for Pennsylvania, right? New Jersey people going to Pennsylvania. It
correct.
Happens.
Everyone is just just a domino effect for sure.
Right. Okay. And so how are you breaking some of that stigma other than talking about it on social media? What other things are you doing to set the record straight that we welcome all opportunities and to make sure when you're making that transition from New York to New Jersey to call you?
Yes. So, what I basically do is because Jersey, I love Jersey. Jersey play a big part of my growth in life. So definitely just always honoring New Jersey is very important. And thank you guys for, accepting some of us. There's some people that's in the comments like, don't come. But the people who are like, come and we'll welcome you with open arms is the great. So what I tell people like that want to move to New York to New Jersey, I'm just like, why not? At this point, why not? If the opportunity is there, and it's kind of like for the people that lives in Jersey and is a little bit sour about it, it's just like get into home ownership. If you would have got into it probably years ago, then you'll be happy that New Yorkers are coming here. Your property value is going up, right? And that's the same thing where Brooklyn, they missed the moment where, okay, it was affordable to buy a property, right? And now it's not affordable. So the next best thing is New Jersey. And now I hope Jersey sees that like, listen, we got to buy where we are. Because a lot of people, let's just say a community like Newark, like I'm not going to buy in Newark, right?
Newark is changing by the day,
Hello.
By the day, every day.
Yes. So they're like, I'm not going to buy in Newark. Why would I live there? But yet, if you change, you could be the change in your community. And now they're like, oh, well, I can't believe the house in Newark is now $600K. And it's just like 5 years ago, it was $300K.
You mean the conversation you had with them 5 years ago about coming to New Jersey? They were like, nah, I ain't mess with it. And so they have to see the proof. And then now they're like, oh my God, I want to get into it. But then now when they're here, they're like, oh my, I can't afford it because it's too expensive.
Correct. And that
How
goes.
is that? Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
Right?
And that goes for New Yorkers and it goes for people who are born in New Jersey.
Right.
So that it goes for both, even so,
So that's a good conversation I'm going to pivot to right now. When it comes to first-time buyers, right? Because that's who you work with a lot. How are you having those conversations, right? Because some will look at it and say, I should have bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. But I'm like, okay, the past is the past. We're talking about now.
Right.
How are you having conversations when it comes to saying, okay, this is what you have. It's a little higher. What other areas are you taking them outside of Newark to show them that this opportunity still presents itself? Because first-time home buyers, they have anxiety, right? It's a lot, and rightfully so, right? You're about to make a huge monthly payment, and you are their counselor, because when it's all said and done, you just don't open the door for them. You've helped them find resources when it comes to maintenance in the home and everything that they need to feel secured with making those monthly payments. So how are you engaging in these conversations with those who didn't buy in the past but are willing to buy right now?
Right.
Can you go into that?
So, of course. Okay. So what I do is to say, like, I always be very transparent. We all don't have the crystal ball. So we don't know if the property is going to depreciate or appreciate. But what I do say is, like, statistically in our communities, it's going up, right? So where now there's certain states like Florida, let's just say, is going down in property value. But in New Jersey, it's not. So it's just like, get in now, because we don't know where it might go, and it might work in your benefits. But also buy right, buy within your budget too, because I also don't push my clients into being property poor, where they don't have a life and they can't take their children to Disney World. So, just having an honest talk with them and just saying, home ownership, because I'm a homeowner too, right? And I could speak to that to
You're
them.
a homeowner and an investor.
Yes, and an investor. Correct. Thank you, Jesus. So I just speak to that. Like, listen, I was at that time when I was purchasing a house, I was probably making $40K, $45K, possibly. And I'm like, okay, I got in where the money was, although I bought my house for a very great price back then, right? Okay. And now I would say that it was tight for me, but I knew my goal, and I knew, like, okay, I believe that equity is going to grow, and I believe that this house is going to work in my favor.
You were calculated.
Correct. Okay. Very calculated and I'm not paying anybody else's mortgage besides mine. Right. So I always tell people, this can help your children's future. If they want to go to college, you could pull out equity. So just speaking to them from that spot, Like
Jay say, legacy.
Correct.
Right,
correct.
That's what's up. Let's Talk About a Podcast is sponsored by Molson Law, LLC, servicing clients all across New Jersey. And that's important too, right? Especially when you're educating one into this field, right? Because again, they don't know. You hear a lot of chatter on social platforms, and most of the time our phones are being tapped, and good or bad, it makes one feel uncomfortable. So to your point, when you're having these conversations with them, we can't control some of the noise, but what we can control is me making sure that you're not house poor anymore, right?
Correct.
And some of the programs that are available when it comes to lending, whether it be down payment assistance, whether it be a temporary buy now, things that I do, Jimmy Mortgage, I can help with all that.
Yes.
That gives one flexibility, feeling like, all right, you know what? I feel good. Like, right. If Sha'Asia put me in this situation, I'm going to be all right. So that's key, especially when it comes to first-time home buyers, because home affordability is crazy. The language it's making noise, because in some parts of New Jersey, it's like that, as well as New York. Clearly, the New York mayor, he's talking about home affordability, and now he's not getting into politics, but because of that message, it's resonating well with some of the those who live in New York State. So it is what it is at the end of the day. So Sha'Asia, you do so much when it comes to game night. Can you talk more about that? Because it looks like, don't look like, it's happening.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of noise. It's you have the community out. You have people, clapping hands, dancing, DJs, pictures. So talk to that again, and how you're doing that, and how you're aligning that with what you do as a professional realtor.
Yes. So What I'm doing now, I'm doing the New York meetup, of course, for the New Yorkers who is looking for kind of like a vibe that you get in New York. You know, you don't have to cross the bridge, pay that expensive toll, okay? So just trying to create that experience, right?
Avoid the collection notice from the toll bills.
Hello, you know, easy pass.
right.
But also, I'm doing R&B bingo.
Okay.
So R&B bingo, I actually got it from a friend in Atlanta. So shout out to him.
Okay.
And I was like, you know, we need something in New Jersey, something fun, something different.
Right.
So it was crazy because I didn't know my reach for that. I did not know my reach. Like I probably was, I don't know, probably like 7,000 on TikTok on Instagram at the time. And I was like, you know, let me do it. And I started to pick up traction with the community.
Okay.
And if I could just dive in that really quick.
Go ahead.
So
let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it. So what I realized is that the New Yorkers who moved here, right? I don't know if once you moved here, you was like, oh, I got to go back to Brooklyn to get my hair cut. Or I got to go back to, you know, Brooklyn to get such and such done. And that was me. Like I was getting my hair done. I was getting my nails done and everything else. And I'm like, you know what? I started to find places in New Jersey that was like, oh, this is great. You know, like I don't have to cross the bridge. So I realized that a lot of my friends, my clients / friends was like, hey, I'm going back to Brooklyn to go get my hair done.
I mean,
and I'm
there's
like,
Pickleys in East Orange.
Yeah, right, correct. Like, or, you know, Caribbean food. And me, I'm a foodie and I critique everything. So I was just like, even finding like that Caribbean food was very like hard. It's still hard to find. I probably only got one restaurant in New Jersey. So what I did was I had made a post on TikTok and Instagram about my esthetician, the one who waxed my eyebrows and everything. Okay. And when I said it went crazy and people were like, you know what, you're God sent. Like, thank you so much. I don't have to cross the bridge anymore. Right. And they started to go to her and have like good reviews. I'm like, you know what? Like,
you got something.
I got something and I got something to help people because I love to help people.
It's called solutions.
Yeah. Solutions to people problems. Right. So I started doing, oh my God, Jimmy, I did where to go get your Caribbean ingredients to cook. Right. Supermarket went crazy. Okay. And I was like, okay, like this is something that's needed. And then I'm like, you know what else is needed? Fun. I like to have fun. Right. I'm just not all real estate. I'm not a robot. I always tell people I'm not a robot. So then the R&B bingo did great. Shout out to Urban Burger in Cranford, Rico. He was on the show too as well. Right. So he allowed us to host it at his establishment. Okay. And it was really, really good, a success. And it's just starting to grow and I'm happy. And shout out to my team, Chevy and DJ Tragedy, because they make the event as well. Right. Okay.
Okay. And when you're doing this, how does it transition into real estate, right? Because at the end of the day, I mean, doing events and glorifying what life is all about. Right. At the end of the day, we still want to make sure we find our clients the home, and we work for that too, right?
Yes, yes, of course.
So there's something back at iron. How are you? Like, how are you putting it to? How are you meshing them, right? Because people always want to ask, like, she's having this. Is she really doing real estate at the same time? Because perception is everything. Sometimes like, I don't like. People say I'm the podcast. I'm like, I do podcasts, but at the end of the day, I also close loans. That is my first priority. Right. I love doing loans. So how do you bring it back and let many know that I'm a professional realtor when it comes to real estate?
So that is my challenge, to be honest. So I started as like, hey, I'm the realtor connecting, the connector. Right. And then I started to like shy away from, not really shy away, but just kind of lost in the sauce.
Messaging.
Right, exactly. Okay. And then I started like, no, I have to connect the dot back again. So I'll still like, shoot houses and I still have my clients, my loyal clients. I'm more on the list side now, thank God. Or I still love my buyers, so don't get me wrong. Okay. But that's my first income too. That's like that's my baby. I love real estate. Right. And so right now is like just trying to put both of them together now. Right? Back together.
It's interesting you say that, right? Because like you, I was going through some of those challenges, and now because of that, I made it a priority. If I can share that with you on air, I do what's called Mortgage Mondays.
Nice.
Right, because every Monday I'm gonna put out something mortgage related to let the community and those who don't know of me that I do mortgages. I love mortgages. This is what it's all about. And however the algorithm works, because there's someone that say don't do it, don't. At the end of the day, for me, it's not about the algorithm. It's about letting people know that there's something I provide when it comes to home ownership, and that's my skill set. You need to know that I'm going to give it to you, and you're not going to feel uncomfortable with that number you're paying. So I would encourage you at times, because you do what you do very well when it comes to outreach in the community, bring it back a little bit with some of your stats. And you don't like bragging. I know that you don't like bragging when it comes to real estate because you're like me, right? At the end of the day, I'm supposed to find your house. I'm supposed to list your house. That's what I do. This is what I love.
Right.
But at times you also have to, bring it back. You got to put it right in front of their face and let them know, like, look, I love what I'm doing for the community because it's who I am. But I do listings, right?
Right.
So if I can, share that with you, that'd be something.
No, I need it. Honestly, I need it because it's just a challenge. Like, hey guys. So even so at my events, I even stopped saying, hey, I'm a realtor. But my recent event, I said, hey, if you're looking to buy, sell, rent, I'm your girl. So definitely, starting like, listen, that's my baby. Real estate is my baby. I love helping. I love, putting people into home ownership. And I love to also list my clients' property and have them walk away with great profit.
There it is. Let's Talk About It podcast is sponsored by Goosehead Insurance, servicing clients all across New Jersey. Speaking of great profit, you and I, a while ago, 3-4 years ago, maybe longer. I don't know. I haven't been doing as long as you have, but we did an episode in East Orange.
Yeah.
Right? At East Orange train station, if you remember.
We did.
Right? And at the time, home values were a little different than today. But can you speak to the fact that if you can't get something in Newark, how going to East Orange, there are still opportunities with the multi, right? There are pockets. But then also, if you're not rushed to get into a multi, there's still like 1 or 2 bedroom condos that are available in East Orange. And what is it, 4 train stops into New York City? I'll let you talk. You're the pro.
Yeah,
I'll let you talk.
Listen.
Right.
So I would say that a lot of people, like, especially if you don't live in Jersey, the first thought of moving to Jersey is Jersey City.
Right.
And I used to live in Jersey City.
Okay.
In the Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to live in the Heights.
1 and 9 Heights or the other?
The Heights, like close to North Bergen. I think it's like North Bergen, and then like a couple of streets is Union City. It's like the weirdest thing to me. But I used to live in Jersey City Heights, and I remember at the time, I tell you guys the years, 2008, 2009, when all the stuff was happening and everyone was losing their job. Obama was in office. My mother home was going through foreclosure. Right. So what I realized in Jersey City, they was building homes.
Right after the housing crisis, right?
The housing crisis. There you go. Okay. So then what I realized is that at the time, I wanted to buy in Jersey City. I was like, I want to stay in Jersey City, X, Y, and Z. So then I realized Jersey City was out of my pocket range. I was like, okay, so what's the next best thing? So one of my friends, he's in the Essex County. I was like, you know what? I really want to buy a property. I do not want to rent. So the next best thing was Essex County for me. Okay. And I found East Orange. And East Orange felt like a little Flatbush to me in a way, So I was just like, you know what? I want to live here. So I purchased a home. So what I would say is if you're moving, if you're not living in Jersey, you don't know Jersey, your first thoughts is Jersey City. The next thought is probably Newark, right? And Newark is you can still find deals, off-market deals. I used to be the off-market girl. So you can still find off-market deals. East Orange is still a great place. East Orange is growing. Like
I see, that's why I'm talking about it.
Right, East Orange is growing. Like East Orange is becoming like Newark in a way, right? But you'll still find your your properties if you have a realtor that like know how to dig and find, right? But let's just say you can also do your condos. And let's just say you're scared of HOAs, because there's some people that's scared of HOA. And to be quite frank, like sometimes it goes up and you don't know. It's kind of like taxes, right? And Jersey taxes is crazy. So what I would say is like where I started to take my clients now, like let's just say they want a single family home, is Hamilton. Hamilton still have a train station too, right? So maybe they can't afford $4,500 a month on their own, right? Or there's towns where there's train station. It may take a little longer than East Orange, but there's still pockets in Jersey where you know you can make it work for sure.
To your point, right? It's like if you want a proximity, okay, you're gonna pay for it.
Exactly.
If you want money in your pocket,
correct,
and you're right there in the middle, Hamilton can help you, right?
Hamilton can help you.
Hamilton, Trent. I mean, I can speak to it cold-heartedly. I'm from Brooklyn, Flatbush, Midwood, you name it. I've seen it all happen. We didn't have a lot of things. As soon as they put up some bike lanes, a couple of traffic lights, and Starbucks, Whole Foods, game over. And so the timing is what it is, the timing. But if you are trying to get into something, and whether it be a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, or multi, again, going back to your expertise, sometimes you're going to pay a premium to be close to that city. But if you go further out, you can also, pocket the return and not be less of money, as some would say, right? You wouldn't. It'd be a situation where you're not feeling like you're living above your paycheck, right? You're living with your house board. You're living within your paycheck. So, to your point, just having that your expertise, saying, go to Hamilton, go to some of those areas further. Was that west or east? It was Central West. Central New Jersey, right? To be fair, going down there, you get a little bit more for your money. So
and also don't be scared of the ugly homes.
Right.
Like there's, I purchased my house. It was not the prettiest. I had a pink tile bathroom. Okay.
I had yellow.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. But you can always, once you collect your money, your savings, just put sweat equity into your home and just build that. You could build that too, because I feel like a lot of people are like, well, we want the gray walls. We want the stainless steel. We want laundry, which is, owner in a home, of course. Right. Of course. Right. So certain things, we want a finished basement.
Right.
Like all those things, like you got to think about it. The houses that look, the pretty homes, there was an investor who purchased the ugly home and made it beautiful for you guys to buy it at a premium. So you could do that as well.
Right.
And they could do that with what, a 203K?
203K renovation mortgage.
There you go.
They can help with that. Yeah.
There you go.
There's so much opportunities. Again, when you're getting something as pristine as to what Sha'Asia alluding to, you pay for it, right? If you're comfortable paying for it, have at it, right? We're here to help you with that.
Correct.
But if you're not in the position to pay as much for that premium, however, willing to put to what Sha'Asia was talking about, sweat equity, it gives you permission to say, okay, I'm not ready now, I'll take care of it later. But then it also helps you feel comfortable about living not paycheck to paycheck. It just puts you in a situation where I can do the bathroom next year. I can do the kitchen in 2 more years.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, home ownership is cool to have, but what Sha'Asia and I want to make sure you guys understand, there's a liability component to it, right? You want to make sure you want a vacation, you want to go grocery shopping, you have utility bills, you want to be able to manage those utilities while living comfortably. So this is why she's saying sometimes you got to go Central Jersey, not as closest to New York to get what you're looking for when it comes to ownership. I love it.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. On a lighter note, what are some of the you go to a lot of restaurants, so I promise you, I'm gonna get more likes maybe if you talk about some of these restaurants you go to. I mean, you can mention some. You're not gonna put them in order, but which ones you like and what you see happening and so on and so forth. I will plug in Ula. I went there the other day. Didn't have their food. I went to go meet up another. I went to go meet another professional. I got there late. It took me forever to get there, but that's another conversation. But going to some of the restaurants that are popular or that you like that you would like to help grow? Because this platform is growing.
Yes. Okay. So I got a whole list. Yeah.
There you go.
So for brunch or breakfast, breakfast brunch, I love Estimes in Colonia.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, Estimes, the grits, the shrimp.
Okay.
I don't know, West Indians know herring. The herring eggs. Oh my God. Oh my, it's a Haitian-owned restaurant.
Right.
Sha'Asia. It's so good. It's so good.
Okay.
But guys, be a little easy so we could get some seatings. And ulas, as you said.
Right.
I love in Newark Swahili. Swahili food is great. Like the wings, the jollof rice on Fridays and Saturday. Please get there before 8:00, especially if you want to be around the bar area. You have, on a lighter note, like takeout, I would say People Choice if you want some curry goat, white rice, cabbage, plantains.
Okay.
There's for your let's just say Trini's, because I'm a fake Trini. Doubles. There's the guy called the Double Guy.
Okay.
And there's one in Hamilton.
Hamilton. You drive to Hamilton.
I would drive to Hamilton. Wow. Honestly, I would drive to him, but I take my clients out there.
Okay.
So if I wanted a roti or a double in Hamilton, because I think like a lot of people are missing out on Hamilton. Hamilton have spots, okay? So they have one called Hot on the Spot. That is really good. Okay. And what else? What else is there? Oh yeah, Top's Diner. You like Top's Diner?
Yeah, but they renovated recently.
Yes,
right.
yes.
New work, right.
And Top's Diner was like #1 diner in the U.S. In the U.S. In the U.S. Like probably like 5 years ago. Well, before like COVID time. Right. I know they were like #1. A lot of boxers go there. A lot of like people go there. Right. But Top's is great. Yeah, so those are my go-to,
That's what's up.
Yeah. Then, what are your go-tos?
I have a lot, but to your point, Tops is good. I've been going to Jersey City. I've been going to mom and pop shops because what me and the missus will do sometimes, we'll get a drink here and then we'll go to a restaurant over there. Yeah. So I will say this.
Right.
New Jersey's getting way better with their palate. Because I used to go to New York a lot for food.
Yes.
Right? And I'm like, nah, I can get a lot in Jersey City. I can get a lot in Essex County. So to your point, we got good things happening here.
I think New Jersey is a hidden gem. Like, I feel like we don't know where to go. Yeah. We didn't know where to go, right? Because when there was restaurants like Salt, you have Strickland's, you have like certain restaurants I didn't know of and have been here for a while. And I'm like, that's because I didn't know.
Yes and no, because sometimes people would talk about that. I'm like, that's terrible. Like,
but you have not been there.
Yeah. Maybe that is a confession. But to your point, sometimes I'm like, nah, be like, this is like, I'm going back to New York. But, again,
right. I would say Caribbean food, correct. Yeah. But when it comes to like Italian food,
Montclair has a lot of spots.
Steaks and all, like there's spots. I'm even surprised every day. I'm like, okay, this has been here probably longer than me, but it's here. I don't think that we know all of New Jersey.
Maybe.
Maybe new ownership. Transplant.
Or maybe new ownership. Right?
Like a Jimmy. I'm a Brooklyn girl too. I love Brooklyn too. But I have to give New Jersey their props because I feel like we are still learning. Right. And oftentimes, like for me, when I moved here, I cried probably every day. Like, my God, I want to go back to New York. And I didn't make myself familiar with Jersey. Like to the point, like there was a time not too long ago, I've been living in Jersey 10 plus years. I have to use a GPS in my area. But now, like, I'm kind of...
Your bearings are there.
Right. I'm like letting loose and letting Jersey...
Right.
come to me, and I'm like, you know what? All right, because I was very non-New Jersey. I'm not even gonna lie, but I think that's to my detriment, I guess. Okay. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
So nice restaurants, and when you're not real estate, you're not doing what you do best. You like traveling too, right?
Oh, I love traveling.
So this year, what has been the best spot you've been to?
Grenada.
Okay.
I've been to Grenada for Jab Jab. It's called Spice Master Carnival. I'm a carnival girl.
Okay. So you got the costume and everything.
Yeah, right. Costume, all the fetes, everything.
Okay.
Grenada, hands down, Grenada.
Okay.
Grenada for 2025 was like one of the best trips I
see the smile.
Yeah. Grenada. Shout out to all the Grenadians. If you guys are looking to buy a house, contact us.
Right, that part, right?
For sure.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, Sha'Asia, thank you so much for coming on. Let's talk about it. But if one is looking for you, how can they find you?
Yes. So listen, I'm Sha'Asia. You guys can find me on Instagram, which is Just Asia, like JUSTASIA. Right. And my phone number is 347, gotta keep in New York, 513-9905.
Wow.
Yes.
This is a cool episode. I like this one. I can't wait for the ending on this.
Thank you.
But again, thank you all for tapping in and let's talk about it. Again, if you're looking for all real estate needs, speak to Sha'Asia. She can help you.
And Jimmy.
When it comes to lending, I lend. I love lending. I love podcasting, but my main point of interest is always and has been lending. So again, when it comes to any type of programs you're looking for, when it comes to purchasing a home or products, I can definitely help.
Absolutely. Yes. Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Lending is very important, okay? They are what makes our deals go through. Right. So definitely talking to a lender is very, very important. So please contact Jimmy Joseph.
Thank you so much.
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your time. Again, let's talk about it. Find it on your favorite streaming platform. Yes. I'm all over. Let's talk about it, Jimmy Mortgage. Thank you again, Sha'Asia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey listeners, are you looking to improve your home comfort and save on your energy bills? Let's talk about Seal Power. They've been awarded Energy Star Sustained Excellence Award seen on Good Morning America, the New York Times, and World News. Seal Power is dedicated to keeping your home cozy while saving money. Check out their website for tips and incentives and more at CIELPOWER.com. Stay comfortable and save with Seal Power, where comfort meets efficiency. Follow them on Instagram for updates and more, and let's talk about it as well. Thank you.